Talked to Drake across FaceTime, he wasn't feeling me. Told me that they getting me. Told me that he liked the going but can't do with me. So when we cross, always look what you say, my
Drake has been unraveling lately, and now everything is finally catching up to him. He's been firing shots at too many people all at once, and now his rivals are circling back around like vultures waiting for blood. But way before his war with Kendrick Lamar exploded, there was another storm quietly building. That storm was NBA YoungBoy stepping straight at Drake trying to check him. The real issue was, YB wasn't just clashing with Drake. He was walking headfirst into the crosshairs of Drake's heavy-hitting protector. Word on the streets is that J. Prince Sr. didn't take kindly to YoungBoy's bold move. Allegedly, he not only leaned on him with extortion, but even sent out a chilling warning shot to remind YB exactly who holds the real power.
I'm terrified of people. I'm very scared of people. Like on my kids. I'm terrified of people. And I'm very shy. People are cruel. It's like you can't control all this stuff. So you never know what someone will do to you.
That kind of message shook the entire industry, leaving no doubt about the type of muscle backing Drake up. Everyone watching realized that this wasn't just rap beef anymore. It was power moves being played at the highest level. And once those kinds of lines are crossed, there's no going back. The whole drama really lit up when Drake allegedly went back on a major promise. At first, everything looked solid between him and YB. Drake was set to bless YB's project with a heavy feature, and YB was hyped up about it. But then, out of nowhere, Drake flipped the whole script and told him it wasn't going down.
While we was gone, I got a call, you know what I mean? Because the little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. He went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, you know, all that they took, and the homie. Cool. What you got, homie?
You got your Rolls Royce, umbrellas, you got your keys, you got a bunch of other shit. So get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back, bro.
All good. Waiting on you.
Word on the streets is that the reason came down to loyalty. Drake didn't want to stand next to YB because of his messy beef with Lil Durk, and at that time, Drake was riding hard for Dake. By the time 2023 rolled around, YB had clearly hit his breaking point. When he dropped his explosive mixtape, Richest OP, he snapped on one of the tracks, calling out the betrayal loud and clear. And this wasn't just about music anymore. It turned into something bigger, a declaration of war straight through the booth. The entire industry went into shock when NBA YoungBoy dropped that diss track. It was pure dynamite. Explosive bars, savage name drops, and zero hesitation as YB came directly for Drake along with a lineup of other rappers. But the line that rattled everybody the most was when YB spit, talked to Drake across FaceTime. He wasn't feeling me. Told me he, with Dirk. Damn, that stuff was getting to me. Told me he liked what I was doing, but he couldn't do with me. So when we cross our ways, what you say, my enemy. That wasn't just rap. It was a dagger straight into Drake's chest. YoungBoy made it crystal clear he felt betrayed when Drake backed out of the feature he had promised. And the root of that betrayal came down to one thing, loyalty to Lil Durk. No matter what YB wanted, Drake chose to side with Dake, protecting that friendship even though it meant shutting the door on YoungBoy. But here's where it gets dark. Durk and YB's beef wasn't just about rap. It was blood deep. This tension really took off after heated clashes between YB's camp and the late King Von, who was one of Durk's closest friends. Things spiraled when King Von was tragically killed in an altercation tied to Quando Rondo, a known affiliate of YB. That single death lit the fuse, and from that moment on, it wasn't music anymore, it was war. Diss tracks started flying, shade flooded social media, and the streets were heating up to dangerous levels. So when YB exposed his private conversation with Drake, dragging him for switching sides, it flipped everything upside down. Drake looked ready to stay silent, but whispers started spreading fast that he wasn't planning to fight back on wax. Instead, he allegedly had another move in the works. Rather than stepping into the battlefield himself, Drake called on his most trusted enforcer, J. Prince Sr., to handle the smoke for him. And when J. Prince makes a move, the entire industry takes notice. He came out swinging, firing off a chilling warning to NBA YoungBoy. Back away from Drizzy or face the storm that follows. But J. Prince was...
Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, plenty of around me you could call. Man, it's plenty ways you can get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that thing shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man, you
wasn't about to stop at just a warning. He cranked it up another level, hopping on a plane and flying straight to Salt Lake City, Utah, where YB was holed up just to settle things face to face. That single move sent chills across the culture, proving just how far Drake Protector was willing to go. And to make sure the message hit even harder, J. Prince posted up on Instagram, dropping a slick photo with a caption that looked calm on the surface, but between the lines, it read like a threat. He wrote, "As y'all can see, I had a good time kicking it with the homies in Utah. On behalf of YB, me and Birdman sat down face to face for some real talk. And let me say this publicly the same way I said it privately. Drake is my son. He rolls with me. So, I think it's smart to take him off your enemy list, because the truth is, we got nothing but love for Dirk and your accomplishments. When I put Drake on that FaceTime call with you, my intent was simple, for you all to move forward. Two things we get every day are a chance and a choice. The choices we make determine our destination. Sound peaceful, right? But everyone could feel the undertone. This wasn't just advice, it was a mafia-style warning. Polish, but dangerous. And in the end, it didn't even work. Because just months later, Drake flipped the script and came for YB directly. On his track 8 a.m. in Charlotte, Drizzy fired sharp bars straight at YoungBoy, making it crystal clear the truce was dead. He didn't hold back, dropping slick shots like, "You young boys better set some of that money aside." That one bar cut deep, hinting at federal trouble if you can't pay your taxes. Within hours, the internet turned into a battlefield. Drake's fans swarmed NBA YoungBoy online, clowning him nonstop, and YB couldn't stay quiet. He snapped, unleashing a wild rant across social media, firing threat after threat straight at Drake, cussing, raging, dragging his name through the mud, just like he had in the past. But here's where it got messy. Drake stayed silent in public, but word on the street said he once again sent his street daddy J. Prince to handle business. Only this time, the rumors said it wasn't friendly. Word was Prince turned up the pressure, and then, out of nowhere, a shocking robbery went down in Houston. YB was reportedly staying at an Airbnb when goons hit the spot. They snatched jewelry, grabbed the keys to his rides, and even filmed the whole thing for the internet, flexing his stolen Bentleys, a white Rolls-Royce, and a white McLaren GT, turning it into straight-up humiliation. Then came the kicker. The robbers demanded $30,000 cash if YB ever wanted his things back. Fans instantly started connecting dots. This didn't look random. It had J. Prince's fingerprints all over it. That suspicion only grew when Prince suddenly popped up online, claiming he could connect YB with the very same crew and help him get his property back. But the way he did it, he actually showed off some of the stolen items on camera. To fans, it looked less like help and more like blatant extortion. People said Prince was sending a message, check in or get checked. And truth is, rumors about him running that same play on rappers in Houston have been around for years. But YB didn't stay quiet. He eventually clapped back, clowning Prince hard. He said, "You 60? You 60? What is you talking about, bro? I lost mad respect for you. I used to respect you when you had Shakur with you. Now you out here flexing umbrellas and car keys like that's power." YB even called Prince goofy in a viral video, mocking him for trying to play tough at his age. That clip blew up, because YB wasn't just beefing with Drake. He was daring to check the one-man rappers had feared for decades. Jay Prince's untouchable image started showing cracks. Even veterans stepped in. Cameron and Mardoloe blasted Prince during an interview, saying they lost all respect after seeing how he handled the YoungBoy situation and how blindly he rode for Drake. Their words hit hard because they spoke what the streets had been whispering for years, that Jay Prince's intimidation games were getting old. The whole internet went crazy when NBA YoungBoy dropped that diss track. It wasn't just music, it was dynamite. Explosive bars, savage name drops, and a direct shot at Drake that nobody saw coming. But the line that shook the entire industry was when YB revealed their FaceTime convo. He wasn't feeling me. Told me he F*** with Derek. Damn, that got to me. Said he liked what I'm doing, but he can't rock with me. So when we cross paths, F*** what you say, my enemy. Asterisk. That wasn't just rap. That was a dagger to Drake's chest. YB made it crystal clear. Drake betrayed him, choosing Lil Durk over him. And that choice wasn't casual. Durk and YB's beef ran deep, rooted in bloodshed after the tragic death of King Von, Durk's close friend, in an altercation tied to Quando Rondo, an NBA YoungBoy affiliate. From that moment on, this wasn't just rap beef, it was war. So when YB went public, dragging Drake's private conversation into the light, the culture flipped upside down. Drake stayed quiet at first, but whispers started flying. Instead of stepping into the ring himself, Drake allegedly called in his most trusted enforcer, Jay Prince Sr., and when Jay Prince moves, the whole industry pays attention. He didn't just issue a warning. He boarded a plane, flew to Salt Lake City, and pulled up on YB in person. On Instagram, he posted a calm but chilling caption, the kind that read like a threat between the lines. But here's the twist. People weren't buying it this time. Legends in the game spoke up, saying enough was enough. Fans cheered. They're grown men. That boogeyman act doesn't work anymore. Another added, finally, somebody besides YB and Offset calling out Jay Prince's BS. It was a cultural shift. The fear around Jay Prince was cracking. Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar had already lit the world on fire with Not Like Us, dragging Drake's ego through the mud and dismantling his untouchable image. Fans called it the nail in the coffin. And YB? He was more than happy to pile on. One fan wrote, I like how NBA been calling Drake square since day one. He saw right through it. Another joked, NBA plus Kendrick versus BBL Drizzy. That's a matchup. The memes, the jokes, the clips of Not Like Us blasting. It was non-stop. Drake's once invincible empire suddenly looked shaky. Critics called him soft for hiding behind Jay Prince. One viral post said, Drake been ducking real smoke his whole career. Now Kendrick and YB got him cornered. Another mocked him, too busy flexing Birkin bags instead of bars. Behind the scenes, rumors spread that Drake was scrambling. Word was he was reaching out to allies, offering verses and business deals just to keep people from siding with Kendrick or YB. An insider whispered, he's trying to buy friendships now, cause respect slipping out of his hands. The internet ate it up, calling it desperation. Meanwhile, YB kept applying pressure, tossing jabs online while Kendrick didn't even need to respond. Not Like Us was still shaking speakers everywhere, keeping Drake's L alive. For years, Drake looked untouchable. But now, the wolves were circling, and fans could smell blood in the water. Still, his loyal fan base wasn't letting go. They flooded comment sections defending him. Drake been running this game for a decade, a couple disses don't erase that. Others fired shots back. YB only hot right now cause it's got Drake's name in his mouth. The culture was split right down the middle. Half the internet wanted to see Drake humbled. The other half still crowned him the biggest star in the world. But for the first time in years, the throne didn't look secure, and the whole game knew it. The debates were brutal. Timelines turned into full-blown battlegrounds with fans trading insults, spamming memes, and blasting clips from diss tracks nonstop. But behind all that noise, insiders were saying Drake's real problem wasn't just rap beef, it was business. With Kendrick and YB stirring chaos, big brands were allegedly starting to wonder how long Drake's clean, money-making image could hold up. The certified lover boy wasn't just dodging bars anymore. He was fighting to keep his empire from slipping. And here's the twist, this wasn't just another rap feud. This was a full-on stress test of whether Drake could hold his crown when the world was circling, waiting for him to crack. Word leaked that some of his biggest business partners were watching closely. Brands don't like superstars drowning in beef, diss tracks, and non-stop controversy. One source even claimed, Drake's image is why the check's clear. If that cracks, so does the bag. The timing couldn't have been worse. Kendrick's Not Like Us was still crushing charts while NBA YoungBoy clowned him online. Fans kept pointing out the gap, the polished lover boy image versus the man ducking smoke and letting J. Prince handle his dirty work. That shine was slipping. But instead of falling back, Drake looked more determined to show he wasn't going anywhere. Rumors swirled of a big comeback move, a stacked project with heavy features, flashy visuals, and maybe even subliminal shots aimed right at Kendrick and YB. Some saw it as a throne being reclaimed. Others said it smelled like desperation. Either way, the tension was peaking, and the culture was locked in. So now the question, does Drake flip the script and remind the world why he's still on top? Or are we watching the slow beginning of his fall from grace? What's your take on this chaos between NBA YoungBoy and Drake's so-called street protector J. Prince? Is Drake really leaning on him to clean up his mess? Or is this just industry politics playing out in public? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.